Certainly, I think you have to give Boston College credit. They played a tremendous game. They played hard. They made shots. They competed. They were excited into the game, and our players, we picked it up in the second half, and we competed a lot better than we did in the first half, and did a great job. I think our coaching staff, we work for a great guy, and he has us prepared. And I've always said, I'm going into each and every game, that I should always be prepared that if he gets sick or he gets tossed in the game, that I can just step right in and do manage the team. But I thought our staff did a great job of managing the team, managing the game down the stretch, and just have to give the players confidence that, okay, everything's going to be okay, and that we just got to play. And like I tell them, I say, it's not my first rodeo, and things just kind of worked out for us at the end. But we battled. We had guys step up and make plays. Theo hit some free throws. Justin Jackson, we decided not to start him today, and he responded the way you'd like a guy to respond. And he competed, he played hard, he was involved, he got a shot to go. Marcus hits a big three for our team, and we had a lot of guys make a lot of plays. Kennedy had a big steal on the defensive end of the floor, and so a lot of guys contributed, and that's what it's about. And I think that was a big part. I think we certainly rallied around the fact that coach was down, and you got to have somebody that just kind of pick us up, and I think that's what our team did. It wasn't one individual, but our team all contributed and all tried to pick things up with coach out. And I just tried to give them confidence that, fellas, we can do this. Just get stops. You play hard, and I think we'll be okay.
Steve, what was that moment like for you when Coach Williams went down, I guess, for lack of a way to put it, and how much did you know about his condition as the game went on?
Oh, I didn't know anything else other than after they got him up and they took him off the floor. It wasn't the first time that he's had a vertigo attack because of a sudden movement, a jerk, and had to go down. And that's why I say I've always told myself that, okay, if something like that happens, then you got to step right in. It's your job to go in and manage the team, give those kids confidence that we're going to be okay. Just do what I say. We're prepared. All we're going to do, and CB and Hubert, they did a great job of just helping me manage things. It's a little different when you're sitting over there giving all these suggestions, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the storm, you got to give some. You got to have the answer, so to speak. And I was excited about it, but I know I just had to keep our guys playing, to keep their confidence up, and just hopefully we could weather the storm and get closer and closer. We kept talking about just get stops, and then we'll work on the offensive end as we go. But first of all, we had to get stops in order to get back in the game.
Steve, did you have to alleviate the players' concerns there initially?
Never addressed it one time with them. I just said, he's going to be okay, and let's go. And they know. I mean, they saw him stand up and walk off the floor, so they were aware. And so they just the heat of the battle and the game and everything that's going on at that time. You don't have time, especially the guys that were playing that were on the court. I don't think they were over there looking over their shoulder. In the back of their mind, maybe, but action is happening, and and they got to be focused on what we're doing on the court at that time, and trying to get stops, trying to get a rebound, chasing Carter around all those screens, and just trying to make plays on the offensive end.
Did you sense an uptick in intensity or sense of urgency with him right after that, or did it take a while before you could?
I think it was growing. I think we were starting to understand that we had to play with more urgency on the defensive end of the floor, and we kept getting it close, and then all of a sudden they hit a three or they make another play, and then when coach went down, they just human nature. You got to rally. You got two options. You can either just be totally immersed and concerned about his well-being, which I know all of them were, but we also had a game that we had to play. Coach wouldn't want it any other way. He would want our guys to focus on the game and do the job that they're supposed to do. And then at the end of the game, we evaluate everything that's going on with himself. And, you know, we have confidence in our medical staff that they're going to take care of him. And, you know, and so we were able to just play the game.
Steve, what was the hope to accomplish with the starting lineup change coming into the game?
Shake things up. You know, we got to shake things up just because you lose 2 games in a row and everything's not hunky-dory. And, you know, we want to shake things up and say, okay, fellas, we have to play better, you know, and I think that was a big thing for us, just trying to shake it up a little bit and, you know, and just try to get us going. And, you know, we didn't quite work, you know, in the first half, but it did motivate some other guys in a different way to play a little harder, give a little bit more, and I think some of the guys responded that way.
When was the decision made to shake things up and the changes that were made specifically?
We talked about it after, probably on our flight back from Notre Dame, and you know, we've had discussion over the last couple of days in practice what to do, how to do it, and Coach, you know, we made a final decision right before game time.
What was the moment like when you saw Roy back in the locker room after the game? That was kind of like his message to you, or was there a moment between you guys?
Big smile. Just a big smile on our face. You know, he talked to the team after the game was over with, so you know, I'm just happy that we won the basketball game. And again, I think that you know, I just happen to be the oldest assistant coach, so that's probably why I'm up here. But the suggestions that C.B. McGrath and Hubert Davis gave throughout the course of the game, I think all of us. You know, we kind of came together and a lot more as a staff. You know, it's different. It's different for everybody involved. In the middle of the game, all of a sudden, the roles changed a great deal in terms of as the game's going on, you know, and we just kind of adjusted and just tried to keep the ship moving and give the kids confidence that they could do it. And we have good players, and we have good senior leadership, and those guys stepped forward and responded in a critical situation like that.
Guys, 2 more quick questions.
How did you address guarding Eli Carter from first half to second half?
Say that again.
How did you address guarding Eli Carter from the first half to the second half?
We weren't guarding him great in the first half. I mean, he was on fire. I mean, he's a scorer. You know, going into the game, explosive scorer, and he gets going. And you know, it's just like some kids, if they start they make 1 shot, 2 shots, then that basket really starts to look big, and that's the way he played all game. He was a load for us. Our guys played hard, and they tried to keep him from getting the basketball, but you know, he's coming off screens, coming off with handoffs, and he's got his rhythm. He starts bouncing it and dancing with it a little bit, and he rises up and shoots it. And you know, it just all you can do is just try to chase him around those screens, try to get a hand up on the shots, and just try to make it tough for him. I think he 21 shots. You know, he had to put up a lot of shots, and he had a lot of them to go in, but we did make him work, and that was one of our things. We want to make him work hard to get his shots off.
Anybody else? Okay, our players are available in the locker room.